I'm Brenda Stokes, the owner and creator of Piano Skills for Singers, the only online piano course for singers created by a singer. Today's tutorial is all about continuing to learn how to accompany ourselves on piano while we sing. And in my first Quickie tutorial, I showed you how to get started, which was very simply playing the root of the chord in the left hand while you sing the melody. And I got so much great feedback from people about trying this and saying like, wow, this is really amazing. And a lot of people were like, well, okay, now what? So I'm going to show you the next step. What we're actually going to do here is just continue to play the left hand root. And in the right hand, we're going to just play one single note. And what we're going to do is play the third of the chord. All right. Now, what's really great about this is that the chord is either major or minor. Those are your kind of only two alternatives for thirds. So this means that you don't really have to know a lot beyond just the basic major and minor. And so today I've chosen an old jazz standard called Poor Butterfly because it's got nice chord progression and also it's in the public domain. So no copyright infringements. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do it. All right, so I'm going to show you how I tackle the first couple of bars of this. So the first chord is an F minor 7. So you guessed it, my left hand is going to play an F. Okay, and then my right hand is going to play the third of the chord. Okay, now I'm spacing the hands out, so I'm actually playing, it's at a tenth. I'm not playing the third directly above it, I'm playing the third an octave above it. And this will give a little bit more fullness to the chord. This doesn't sound as exciting or full as this. Okay, so you're going to play the third of the chord an octave higher than where the root is. All right, so there's the F minor 7. Okay, then the next chord is a B flat 7 chord. Right, and it's a major chord, right, because it has a major third. And then I'm going to go to E flat major 7. Right, and that happens for 2 bars. And then I'm going to play this G7. And I'm going to play it at the beginning of every bar. And then I'm going to C7. Okay? So not super difficult. I'm definitely going to play it on beat 1 of every single bar. And if the chord repeats for a bar, like it does in bar 3 and 4, it's an E flat major 7 chord, you're still going to articulate it at the first beat of every bar. All right? So now we're going to take that same phrase and you're going to count 4 beats for each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the G7. Now we're going to go to the C7. Yeah. Excellent job. So now the final step is we just have to add the melody on top. Now it helps a lot if you're comfortable with the melody, if you've sung it a little bit before so that you know it, or maybe choose a song that you know very well to get started. And so you have to give yourself your first note or you're going to have a mess. So your first note for this particular song is B flat. Okay, and you'll notice for this particular song there's a little pickup before the piano part comes in, before the chords start. Okay, now to get this to line up properly, you can either, count the way that we've been counting, or you can just try to make sure that when you play the root and the third, when you play the piano part, it lines up with whatever the lyric is in that first part of the bar. So in this case, I'm going to play the chord bit while I sing fly. Fly. Okay, so let's try that together. Poor butterfly, 'neath the blossoms waiting. Poor butterfly, for she loved him so. becomes very interesting by doing this protocol is not only do you really get a sense of how the harmony works, you start to get a sense of what the architecture is of the harmony, but you're also going to get a feel when you add the melody in, how the harmony and the melody work together. And in a piece like this, which is really interesting, is sometimes the melody really sounds like it's inside the harmony, like the first bar when you sing Poor Butterfly and you're singing the A flat, well, you're also playing the A flat. Okay? But then when you get to the E flat major 7 chord, you're actually playing a note that's kind of a tension note. So anyways, this becomes very, very interesting and a useful tool to get you to start to hear the harmony. But also, this is a very beautiful way, if you were to sing and accompany yourself, it's actually a pretty full way to do it. So, to review, your left hand is going to start by just playing the root, okay? And then your right hand is going to join in by playing the third of the chord, an octave up, okay? So you'll be a 10th away from the root. And then you're going to add your vocals on top while you do all of those things at once. Try to keep a steady tempo as much as you can, and the metronome will be your friend at some point to turn it on to keep yourself really nice and smooth in time. Okay? And take your time. Maybe learn 8 bars at a time like I just did. And then slowly put the entire piece together. So this is a great exercise for you to try yourself. And also a really great thing for you to work on with your students if you're a voice teacher, a general music teacher, a choral conductor. This is a really great way to get people to start to work through some theory ideas. And so I strongly recommend that you give it a try and see what you think. If you enjoyed this short quickie tutorial, please take a moment and hit subscribe so you can be notified of the next upcoming videos. Also, if you have any questions or comments about the work, please comment below. And for more great tips, information, and to learn about my online courses, Piano Skills for Singers, go to my website, www.pianoskillsforsingers.com. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.